Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview on a Monday, August 29th, 2016. Traders, this month just flew by and that's good news. This has been a very slow, hot summer in the markets. Traders is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading, and please come join our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions, demo accounts, live accounts, a lot of information, great economic calendar, all there for you. Traders, like I said, it's a Monday, coming to you from Thailand, bright blue, sunny skies, hot, and absolutely gorgeous outside as we had a weekend of clouds and rain. It wasn't the best weekend, I've got to say, to be outdoors, so I stayed indoors. It was quite interesting, to be honest with you, but it's always great to be back into trading on a Monday. Should it be an exciting week? And we'll get to that in just a second. Traders, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday, and I'm your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I will let you know that I do record this during the Asia session. So if you're seeing this in London, just go back about 10 or 12 candlesticks, and you can see where I started the presentation. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006. In 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, got on the Big Bird, came to Bangkok, Thailand, was only due to be here for 3 months. Well, traders, I'm in my 9th year, and I'm still here in Asia. Absolutely wonderful place to live, retire, and enjoy the second part of your life. And, of course, I think my second career, I've been a lot busier than my first career, but I love them both. It's been a great adventure in my life, and trading is just so interesting and exhilarating. So I'm a pullback trader. I like a currency pair to make a move and pull back, and I love to take the Fibonacci level and take that down. Today you're going to see a lot of that. A lot of my charts today have fib levels, and that's just due to the Jackson Hole comments that were brought out on Friday. So I do listen to fundamentals. That's a very important my trading. I know what's coming out. I know what's going on around the globe. I know who's speaking. I don't like any surprises. You know, when I was going through the ranks in the fire service, my chief said to me, just get your guys to make no surprises for you. If they mess up, let them tell you. So if I have to call you in and ask you what happened, you'll have a full story. You don't want to come in my office and say, I don't know. So no surprises also in the markets. And the fundamentals really keep that out there. Now, if we have a disaster or an emergency, of course, so it's going to come in the markets. But I'll hear that right away, and I'll be able to adjust my trades accordingly. I am a technician. I love looking at candlestick charts, love looking at candlestick patterns because they tell you a story. You know, price action, price value, price structure, and of course, price levels. Price levels are so important. Remember, Forex repeats itself. If you come to a price level and it's reacted in the past, there's probably a good chance it's going to react in the future too. So price levels are very important in my trading. So I take my fundamentals and my technicals, I put them together, I come up with a trade plan. And when I got my trade plan, I put that plan in place, and then I sit on my hands and wait for my entry. And after I do put in my entry, it's basically set and forget, and it's either going to work or it's not going to work. And that's how I look at it. I like to trade a lot, but I trade small. My positions are small. And why is that? Well, because I trade a lot, and I only risk 1% of my account. So, you know, I can be in 7 trades for an intraday trading, and, you know, I've got to adjust my sizes to make sure I'm only 1% of my account. So that's just a little bit about me and how I trade and the way I think. And in the New York session, I do not trade do not trade Forex. I trade options, and that's a whole different ball game. And I'm only in the New York session for about 2.5 hours. That brings me close to 11 o'clock here in Thailand, and I still get a good night's rest. All right, that's enough about me. Let's get over to the risk disclaimer. And Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex or any other market you are trading. Please, traders, do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, remember the name of this game is what? Capital preservation. Capital preservation. Want to live to trade another day. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's head on over to news and commentary. Let's take a look at the numbers. The Dow 30 closed negative 0.29%. The S&P 500 closed negative 0.16%. The NASDAQ closed up 0.13%, with the small cap 2000 closing negative 0.16%. It was a rocky day on Wall Street, and that was due to, of course, Fed Chairwoman Yellen speaking. Let's head on over to the to the Eurozone, and a lot of green here. The DAX closed positive 0.55%. FTSE 100 closed positive 0.31%. The CAC 40 closed positive 0.80%. And the Eurostoxx 50 closed positive 0.85%. If we come on over to Asia, realize that some of these are closed. Just to make a note, the UK is closed today for summer break. So there's no UK, which is going to take a lot of steam out of the London session. So the Nikkei 225 is currently trading positive 2.07%. The S&P 500, S&P ASX 200 is negative 0.32%. The China 850 is not open yet. It's got about an hour to go. Closed on Friday at negative 0.18%. The Hang Seng also closed on Friday at positive 0.41%. However, the Kospi out of Seoul is trading at the moment, and they are negative 0.43%. And then those countries that are trading, folks, are about 30 minutes into their trading day. Let's head on over to the economic calendar. Not a lot going on. We got, some medium impact news events. The only high impact news event today, my friends, is in the U.S. session, where we have Fed Chair Yellen is speaking today. And I have to be honest with you, I don't know where she's speaking. So that's going to be pretty interesting. I don't think she's going to say anything different than she said at Jackson Hole. So we'll see how that goes. But I expect a very slow trading day today. As, like I said, the UK is on holiday for summer break, and everybody's going to wait to see what Fed Chairman Yellen has to say today. Pretty interesting. Commentary is, it's NFP week. We got NFP Friday coming up, so we got to get some trades in. The charts are pretty drastic for dollar strength, and I think Fed Chair Yellen was hawkish, and also the Fed chairman, and that's many of them. The Fed board, the voters on the Fed board, came out on the media and basically was hawkish, also saying they do see at least one interest rate hike before the end of the year. So I'm not saying September's off the table. I think September's very much on the table. We'll see how these numbers come out. If NFP comes out strong, folks, well, you know what? That doesn't make a difference because that's going to be after. But if NFP comes out strong, we're going to see interesting September when the Fed meets. And I think there's a very good possibility we're going to see an interest rate hike in September. I don't think they want to put an interest rate hike post the U.S. presidential election. So, like I said, very interesting as we go through that. Let's get to the charts. Enough about that stuff, but I do expect a slow trading day today, but I do expect an exciting week as we move along. Look at the EURAUD just stumped off the cliff. And, if I was a trader that was comfortable holding trades over the weekend, wow, this was the weekend to hold them in a lot of pairs. This baby just fell off the cliff, spiked up, and then after that, it was all over. We're just waiting for a pullback to the 38.2, and we got a confluence there. We got the 55 EMA coming down, and we have the daily pivot point. Folks, if you look at your 3 exponential moving average, they are all angled, good separation, and pointing to the downside. This looks like a great trade. Just need a pullback to get in this. Now, if this gets to the 23.6 fib, you can take that trade. And I would alter where you're going to take profit at. You might have to go to higher time frames to see if you can find another support level to take your profit. But we want to take profit on this trade at 1.1186, and it should be a really nice trade. And I would let the runner win. If If you're in profit, take half off or take a quarter off for your position. Put something in the pit bank. and let this baby go. All right, let's take a look at the pound dollar. Pound dollar is the same exact situation, except its resistance is really strong. You have a 200 and a 55 and a daily pivot point at 1.3172. We want to sell that there. We need a pullback, and then we can sell this. Issue here is that the Great British Pound is on holiday today, so we don't know how much price action we're going to get, so we'll keep a really good eye on that. But we'd love to see this pull back and just take it to the downside. I would not take this pair at the 23.6, and the reason for that is we are taking a trade right into support, right off the bat. We're coming into support. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. Another one fell off the cliff here. Now, I'm waiting for a pullback, and I couldn't put a fib on this. Why? Because on support, I don't have 2 to the right and 2 to the left. So I could not put a fib on here. So we want to get in at the daily pivot point in the 55 EMA. That's a nice resistance area, and we want to just take this to the downside. However, we don't know where we're going to go because this thing is on the move to the downside, and there's no data out this morning, and this is just going. And it's a very good situation. I would think that Asia, being the Aussie, is responding to Jackson Hole's statements as they were sleeping when she spoke. So we'll keep an eye on that. Actually, it was 1 o'clock in the morning for us here in Asia when Chairwoman Yellen spoke on Friday. And, you know, Australia has like 4 time zones. So it's pretty crazy, I know. But I think that's why we're seeing this. I think there's a reaction to her and the Fed people speaking after, the Fed members speaking after her comments. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. This thing is on a move to the upside, folks. We talked about this, and it did it. It popped above that daily pivot point, retested it twice. So if you got in, it came back down, right? And it came back, it tested it 4 times, and then all of a sudden just took off. I don't know where this is going, but we have resistance at 1.4868. I want to sell this, and we'll take it all the way down to the S1 pivot at 1.4729. And this looks like a nice currency pair to trade. We just need to see some bearish candlestick formations, and we will be absolutely fine with this. So nice trade on the Euro Aussie. The only, big thing with the Euro Aussie, when it gets in its moves, it stays there until it wants to get out. This pair has a mind of its own. It's really pretty funny. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Yen. This looks like a great trading opportunity right now. And unfortunately, it's going to be about an hour before this gets up into YouTube. And hopefully you all are looking at this in Asia. And this is a great sell trade. If this thing can close and get really, I'd like to see it below the 10 exponential moving average at 114.00. We could sell this. Now, I know the 114 level is a psychological level, so we want to maybe get it at 113.90. And then just let's take this baby down. And we got some nice support down there at this 113.14. Again, we got to get through that 113.00 level, which is psychological level. I'm sure there's a lot of orders to buy there. So you just got to be careful of that, monitor that, and don't get greedy, folks. If you get your 30 pips or 25 pips or whatever you're going to get, put it in the pip bank, leave one lot or 2 lots, whether it's a micro lot, mini lot, or a standard lot. Just leave a couple on the table and let it run, okay? And just let the market take you out. All right, the last one for today, of course, is the New Zealand dollar. This baby has just fallen off the roof. It's currently at support. This is the second time it's tested the support level at 0.7214. So we're looking for a pretty aggressive pullback to 0.7270. Now, we do have data. There is some data, a lot of medium impact data, but nothing really big. So we're going to see if this can pull back. And I would suspect that Fed Chairwoman Yellen is going to speak today, but I don't think that she's going to say anything different than she said over the weekend. So, and I don't know where she's speaking. I would assume she's still wherever. And she's just basically going to repeat what she said on Friday at Jackson Hole. All right, traders, we are 20 seconds early today. All right, traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilder, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I would like to thank you for joining me on a Monday, our new trading week. Get excited. Be excited. Let's get into some good trading this week. Got a great week ahead. I think we're going to have a great time. Traders, always remember to trade smart and not hard. That is the way to go. Don't want to be stressing out over your trades. If you are, your money management is messed up. Okay? Like I said, traders, please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, have a great trading day on a Monday, August 29th, 2016. Traders, take care, and we'll see you in about 24 hours. Bye-bye now.